Good evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 with Swing Traders Anonymous. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and let's take a moment real quick and hit that subscribe button. Take a look in the video description. It's got a link to my Twitter. We've got about 145 people on there in the last 3 days. And also, if you want to take a look at my YouTube partnered page, XRP Future Millionaire, we're approaching 3,100 subscribers on that page. So you're more than welcome to take a look. Also, share this far and wide. Share it on Twitter. And make sure to turn that bell notification to all. So by overwhelming majority, XDC is what we're going to cover for possible swing trades. I told you guys at $1.25 and run it up was time to short XRP. You'd start at it was about $1.27 on here, but around $1.27 we talked about shorting XRP and shorting it top down or top up. So had you have done that and had a position around $1.27, there was nice gain to be made here. This is why I put out that alert to you guys within the video. And then also you guys get to see the value of why this Swing Traders Anonymous is different than all the rest. What did I show you guys earlier with Matic? I mean, that's absolutely stunning, that prediction. Look how close it followed it, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you're wondering what the value of this channel is, if you're not used to my content, I have a proven history, but I wanted to do more, and I thought this was the best way. I like doing free content with the generosity of my communities. You know, obviously down the road. But for now, I want to prove to you guys, the new audience especially, what this is all going to be about. So, you're never going to have to worry about having to pay for these alerts. I'm not going to charge for alerts. It's going to be right here on the station. So, what I need you guys to do is take a moment in the comments, type your 3 favorite cryptos that you want to be covered for the next swing trade possibility. We've already done Matic, which paid off, and we got in and out when we needed to, if you were listening to the alert. And we did Doge right before the massive 25% run up, and I put the alert out the night before. And it literally popped off that night. Same thing with Matic. And then I put the alert out for Matic to sell. And I showed you every reason why it was going to use 151 as resistance instead of support. And sure as hell, it did exactly what I said. You got that chance. When everybody asked me if they should sell it at 147, I said I wouldn't, because it's got to go up and touch one more time to prove resistance. So most of you guys, all of you should have got out when it hit 151 and thank your lucky stars that I knew what I was talking about. And then it proceeded to come down. Like I said, 145 probably wouldn't hold, and then it came down to 138. So we'll cover this. So 138 real quick, just to keep you up to the minute now. You're going to end up finding, I know there was a bounce spot down here at like the 131 mark. So if we fall through this, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably going to be a fall down to 131. So let's go into our user pick, which was XTC, and I'm proud of each and every one of you, because my XRP Future Millionaire page, XTC, gets 0 comments for the most part. And it's weird because it's part of the XLM, XRP, XDC, it's just crazy. It's part of the Ripple network, and it's those 3 that are working in tandem. So if you like one, you should like them all. So what I'm looking at here is there is actually, I'm not going to say a huge possibility, but it's dangerous because we want to watch to find the right actual area. But eventually this is going to catch, and this is going to turn into where the cup and handle will probably start. So if you get either there, here, or here. So we're trying to see which one you would pick. You know, so right now, let's say it went like this and caught. You'd have a bounce probably up to 13.3 minimum on XDC. So I would say we're pulling in the zones. We got some resistance up here. I'm going to start drawing it on XDC, since now this is our next swing trade, just like you've seen on the rest, so we can see, make it very, here, let me get rid of this. I want to make it very easy for you guys to understand the levels. We got a massive run up to there. Then we had one more level that actually, it's not even, you know, just so we can see the level it actually touched. It's good, you know, to weigh in our favor. So So then I know we have this level where it just caught. I know we have to put this, guys. I know it seems like a small area, but that's technically where it actually tried to make a run up. So that's a little bit of an area where it was, you know, stopping itself. So if I'm looking at this, and now we're going to take it out. The problem with this is, ladies and gentlemen, this could actually fall off in a heartbeat and do one of these before you ever get a bounce up. So if it were to fall all the way down here, well, yeah, you know, we might be talking different. And obviously that could be a swing trade possibility that would turn into a massive amount down here. So that's a heavy level. Let me put this down just a little bit. That's a heavy level of resistance, support, whatever you want to call it. And then we got one right here. So the next level that it'll likely fall down to if we have a drop, a big drop, would be 11.2. And you see how fast XDC drops. So I don't think I would necessarily take the chance here, ladies and gentlemen, only because we could have another step dropping with Bitcoin, and you don't want to be in this area. Bitcoin's trying to come up now, and it's doing, you guys see what it's doing. Now remember what we talked about earlier? I'm just going to show you guys real quick. It came down underneath, and now 45,661 is being used as resistance. We actually have this too low. This needs to be moved up. Or I have it too low for some reason. I don't mind correcting it on the fly. So we had upper resistance that was actually up here. So technically, you know, 45, and now we can, and this is what you do, you figure out the zones, and now we have a more accurate for what it's done in this recent time frame. So 46,198 is the logical resistance. 45,307 it bounced off of. So now, as we seen when it came through, now it's starting to use 46,198 as resistance. Before it was using it as support, and now it's trying to use 45.3 as support. So then the next step would be 44.8 and then 44.22. So I'm not convinced at all. It doesn't seem like with that kind of movement, you want to see bigger candles than that if you're going to get a big pull up. This took so long to make this happen in the 1 minute. So likely what's going to happen is it's probably going to get rejected here, maybe make a small run over, and then it's probably going to come all the way down here and probably fall through, just like you've seen at the last level when it did the exact same thing one step up. So it's going to be very interesting to watch because it dumps off very quickly, and I'm telling you guys, there's going to come a moment that we're really going to have to watch this because it's going to make it very tough to swing. That's why I said to start putting the shorts in yesterday when Bitcoin was up at 48,000, or 2 days ago at 48, or maybe it was yesterday at 48,000. So that's the reasons why I want to caution you with XDC, but it's a wide range, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one of the longer videos so far just because it's vital that we understand. So that's the levels. We're looking to trade between 12.2 and 12.5. So you could possibly, if Bitcoin does its thing, you could possibly get a jump up here. But I would expect XDC maybe not to go all the way to 11.2, but maybe make a stop off here at this middle ground that there is. There's a lot of in-between trading, but it also goes right up and down. That's the problem with XDC. But even though it goes up and down, you can still have these little catch points, and this would be where it's at. So if you're looking and it doesn't go up, the next logical step is you're going to have a visit at 11.9, and then if it doesn't catch there, you're coming all the way down to 11.2, and then it gets dicey. Then you possibly coming down to 9.6 right after that. So I want to thank you for joining Swing Traders Anonymous. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button and subscribe, and turn that bell notification to all. Make sure to take a visit into the video description so you can find my Twitter page and my YouTube partner page, XRP Future Millionaire. So the most ideal spot to buy here and start nibbling would probably be around the 11.8, but I'm not even putting out a swing trade alert. This is a swing trade watch. So that's your breakdown on XDC. Those are the levels. If you want to break them down, write it down. I highly suggest it if you're a fan of XDC. I want to thank you for joining this session of Swing Traders Anonymous. I'm your host, T-Speak222. Until next time, stay blessed. And remember, pay very, very close attention, because at any given time, we could have a drop that can make this swing trading, let's call it a, what should we call it? A rush, an exciting thrill. It can turn it upside down, and like you've seen, 10% right off the top of portfolios, and it can really devastate a portfolio, especially if you're leveraged. So make sure you know what you're doing, make sure you have set up zones, and make sure you have a sellout plan. Stay blessed, everybody.